there.
Hi, welcome to Curious Collection. I'm Will.
I'm Cinnamon.
Today we're going to talk about what we sold yesterday with regard to our dollar amount. Let's see here. Sales were up for us. It's going to take a minute to load. We did $394. Our month is up 21.7%. So we're starting to get into Q4. You can see, at least in our sales, we're starting to push up on that 30-day average. So very exciting for us. We're very happy to see that. Now, it was slow. We only got 4 sales yesterday.
I think we accidentally did good. Honestly, we had a ring sell, one of my topaz 14 karat. So I think that sale in and of itself was a massive part of that. If it weren't for that sale, no, we would not have made our figures. But hey, we did, and so I'm just going to be ecstatic about that.
Right. And again, it is Q4, so there is going to be some of those higher dollar, better items selling. The thing we really want to talk about today is a response that we got from another video. We've given some bullet points, things that you can do to improve your store, things that were going to help you improve traffic and get items sold. And it's actually a possibility you could actually make more money, more profit by offering free shipping. So we want to get into shipping as a whole. I'm not going to show you how to package individual items. I just want to basically talk about USPS, Ground Advantage, and zone shipping, and why would you offer free shipping on eBay?
And is free shipping really free?
Of course.
Of course not.
Of course not. So to begin with, yes, I was at a flea market. I was making a buy from somebody, and they had asked me specifically, well, how do you get the free shipping as a seller? How do you get that free shipping, from eBay? And I had to explain to them, it's not free. It's worked into the cost of the product. So when we make a buy, like I've talked about before, we're always looking at it in quarters. A quarter towards shipping, a quarter towards fees, quarter towards the cost of the good at most, and a quarter to us. Okay? So eBay prefers free shipping. They will give you preferential ranking based on certain criteria of your product. If you are top rated, you will get higher position over someone who is not. If you offer free shipping, you will get promoted over, you will get higher placement over someone who is not. All things equal. Again, all things equal. They've already said this in their literature. So when eBay says something, I'm listening. Because they
often don't say a lot.
They don't say a lot. They're very opaque. Yeah. But when they're giving you direction, if you want to succeed on their platform, you need to play by their rules. So, and I absolutely understand if you don't want to play the game and you don't want to play by their rules and you want to do something different, that's totally up to you. I am a rule follower, and I'm first on the bandwagon. When they say that they're going to give more traffic to somebody, I want to be the one getting the free traffic. You're talking, people complain about promoted listings to get more traffic, but they won't offer other options to get the better traffic either. So let's talk about shipping, free shipping, and how it's actually working. So Amazon says that 86% of their products weigh less than 5 pounds. Okay, so if you're a shipper here in the U.S., your chances are that USPS Ground Advantage is going to be the best deal for the majority of the products that you sell. USPS works on a zone shipping method, and I'm not going to get too in the weeds. If you want to learn more about zone shipping, you absolutely can. To begin with, I did get some visual aids. This is not a high budget show, so you can see that based on zone 1 is 1 to 50 miles. Zone 8 is 1,801 or more miles, right? And then zone 9 is for all those U.S. territories and military addresses overseas. You can expect that if you're offering free shipping, you will ship to zone 8 and you will ship to zone 9. We've shipped items to Guam. We're here in Florida. We've shipped to Alaska. We've shipped things to Hawaii, and we've done it with free shipping, and we've made money doing it.
We have.
Okay, so the other thing that you might want to do is you can go to USPS and you can just put in your zip code, and it will give you a list of addresses and tell you what the zone is. Okay, you can do this, or you can go to other websites. They'll give you the breakdown on the zone chart, and you can kind of see what items are, how much are the items weighing, and how far is it going to go. That'll help you understand the next chart that I have. Again, I love visual aids, but this is not the best way to show them. This is the USPS Ground Advantage for commercial parcels. And you can see there that there's a whole bunch of different weights and different zones. And so the majority of the items that we sell are 4 ounces or less. Okay.
We specialize in smalls. That's really where most of our products are. Part of it is because of the shipping costs.
Shipping is expensive. Mm-hmm. Shipping is terribly expensive. In my opinion, you really probably want to keep your items under 5 pounds just because the costs of shipping are so extreme. There are items I know that people sell that are higher weight, whatever, but you may want to do calculated on those just because the costs can get so extreme. On a 4 ounce package for this, everything that we looked at for the zip codes was coming out of Miami, but the rate chart is the same regardless of where you live in the country. Okay. So if you're in zone 1, so it's 50 miles or less from your zip code, for a 4 ounce package is $3.59. Okay. That's the commercial rate. And the most you would pay for zone 9 or zone 8 is $4.13. Okay. So we've got Mr. Squeeze Ball here. We're going to say hypothetically he's a $5 item. And then in your store, you might have him listed for $5 plus calculated shipping. Mm-hmm. Okay. So eBay is automatically going to add in the calculation, whether it's $3.59 or $4.13, somewhere in that range, the cost. What we do in our store is we take the $5 guy, mm-hmm. we add the $4.13. That is if we wanted to ship from here to Alaska.
Right. So we would take this guy and we would say $9.99 free ship, because that's going to calculate whatever the shipping cost is. And then also it's going to calculate the fact that we've got to put it in a padded mailer. So, okay, well now this guy is $9.99 free ship. It's going to go higher in the listings than other people who have it $5 plus ship, because eBay prefers free shipping. And then the people who like our aunt, she says that she only sorts free shipping only. She doesn't even want to see the calculated shipping. So she is 1000% free shipping only.
If you go to Amazon, people will search prime shipping, right? Because mm-hmm. they want that prime shipping. I know that I personally, when I go to Amazon, I look at prime shipping items first because I don't want to wait mm-hmm. for, 3 weeks for the item to show up. And I don't want to have to pay extra, or at least perceived extra, for the item to get to my home from wherever in the country it's coming from. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So the customer has been trained and they have expectations that they want to be met.
Right. So what our goal is we want to be able to meet those expectations and obviously make it profitable for ourselves. So yes, the item may be perceived to be more expensive, but we're also working our comps. We see what other people's are selling for, and we're going to list our item in that same range. Mm-hmm. Okay. If you see a sold comp and it's, $5 and $3 ship, $3.99 shipping, you can do the math. You can put those together and get $8.99. Mm-hmm. Okay. So on your lightweight items, the range is much smaller. As you get higher in weight, those ranges get more extreme. Okay. So a 5-pound item in zone 1 is going to be $7.57. Whereas if you take that all the way out to zone 8, you're up to $13. Mm-hmm. So you've almost doubled the price of shipping. Again, for our store and our business model, we would take that number and we would add that, the higher end of the range, to the price because of the fact that we're in Florida. Half the country nearly is in zone 8 or 9 for us. Mm-hmm. Okay. If you live in the center part of the country,
that's awesome.
You are in a great position, and most of the country is going to be in zones 1 through 5. It's going to be much cheaper for you to ship, and even easier for you to make more money offering free shipping. Okay. So we've explained why you'd want to do the free shipping. You're going to get the preferred placement from eBay. If you had to negotiate a buy it now offer, eBay will tell you the person's zip code, or they'll tell you the city and state that they reside in. You can use that information to determine how much your shipping is going to be. And if you're on the higher end of that range, they might be closer. You might be able to save a couple of dollars and give you some negotiating power.
They don't know what shipping costs are, so they're just looking at it as one whole number, but you know what the costs are. So you know what your negotiating power is.
Right. Another thing is that the competition is using free shipping. We're using free shipping in our store on 100% of our items. Amazon is offering free shipping. Walmart's offering free shipping. All the large companies are offering free shipping. And again, if you're extreme, towards the weight end, then yes, you may not want to do free shipping. I wouldn't ship a 10-pound item anywhere in the world, without knowing where it's going. But if it's under 4 pounds, it's definitely something that you could offer if it's something you choose to do. The other thing is that consumers are feeling like they get something for free. You're offering free shipping, and not everyone puts 2 and 2 together. Not everyone recognizes that they're paying for the cost of shipping. Nobody that's buying your item is thinking about eBay fees.
Right.
They're not thinking about how much is the eBay fee on this. They're not worried about what the promoted listing fee is. As business owners, that's something we have to take into account. Other people are not thinking about that. And if you take the shipping off, it's one less thing that they have to think about. So that right there is the last thing of why we would want to do this is because if you have a combined order, you sell 2 or 3 items to the same person.
Those are my favorite.
Even if it's a 4-ounce item and it's $3.59 for the first item at, the 4-ounce range, maybe your product only weighs 2 ounces. Okay. So yeah, you've got to bump up, but you're only at $3.99 in zone 1, and you're charging them the full rate for $13
for every single item in their order.
Right. So now you've actually made $8 or $10 additional income that you weren't expecting to make on these orders. We do this all the time.
We do. And a lot of, because we do have that, 10 to 15% off with multiple, with quantity orders, we really get to absorb a lot of these shipping costs, that are just extra income for us, because we've already worked it into the cost. And when you're looking at the things that we're selling, like jewelry, like photographs and things like that,
postcards.
Yeah, when we're adding that extra $4 to every single photograph that we sell, and then somebody buys 5 or 10 photographs, which is not so out of the realm of possibility, then we're getting an additional, sometimes like 20, 30, 40 bucks in income.
Right. And again, you're offering free shipping. You're under no obligation to refund the difference of what the shipping costs to what you've paid. That's the beauty of free shipping. Now, we offered combined shipping in our store for 2.5 years. And every time somebody would have a multi-quantity order, we would refund them the difference of what they paid to what we paid. And the thing is that we recognized that we're losing placement and we're losing profit. Every time we had one of those multi-quantity orders, we weren't making extra money, like we should have been. So that's why we started doing it. So let's talk about the cons. Why don't you want to do this? I think a lot of people are afraid. I think fear is the biggest factor. And so again, if you can educate yourself, go onto USPS, look at their zone shipping charts, I could take this rate chart that I've got right here and I can stick it to the wall in my office, or I could use it as a mouse pad. And it will tell me, if I know when I'm listing an item, how much is it going to cost to ship to the furthest range, and just add that into the price.
Mm-hmm.
It's super easy. They're very open about what the costs are. These costs are not, eBay didn't make them up. This is straight from the government, straight from the USPS. Okay. The other con is that maybe you're not going to charge enough. Well, if you get the chart, you will charge enough, right? The other thing is people worry that their item isn't going to sell because it's overpriced. Now, if you're doing your comps and you're utilizing the rate chart, your item should not be overpriced.
Mm-hmm.
You should have an item that is well positioned in search and priced well to sell.
Right. So when people like of course when we do our searches, we go price lowest, plus shipping. So if you do that, and if your customer does that, and then you're still going to be where you're supposed to be, because you're just taking those two numbers and adding them together before, and that's your total price. So it's still going to, only now you're higher up in the search because you're offering free shipping.
So another con is it's more complicated. When I just used to put in the weight of the product, I knew that eBay was going to calculate that out for me. I didn't have to worry about the zone rate. I didn't need to worry about anything. eBay was going to take care of it. They would charge the customer exactly how much it costs. If you're doing calculated and you're putting in the accurate rate and you're giving so on eBay, you have an option. You can choose commercial rate, which is what we pay, or you can choose retail rate, which is what you would pay if you went to the post office. Okay. So again, if you choose the commercial rate, you're going to lose 15% to eBay fees either way. So if you are doing calculated, you might want to consider increasing, to the retail rate for that customer. But beware, the customer has the ability to rate you
right
on your shipping fees. Mm-hmm. If you're offering calculated, and if you are offering free shipping, they cannot. If you are offering free shipping, you get 5 stars on shipping automatically.
And there's been plenty of times that either we have gotten somebody who's like, oh, the shipping costs are too high. Well, we don't set the shipping costs. So when we were doing calculated shipping, we were giving them the discount, that we get, and we still got hit for somebody who said the shipping costs are too high. We still ate the 15% loss because we were charging, we were doing calculated with the commercial parcel rate, and we were still, we're eating 15% loss on every dollar, and people were still complaining. And out of our entire store, where do we get hit? That's the one category we got hit. So now we don't even have that worry anymore. They cannot mark us down on shipping cost, even though it's not us that's making the shipping cost. They can't mark us down on shipping cost. So that's an area of the feedback that we always get 5 stars on now.
Right. And frankly, we never overcalculated the weight of our products in order to try to make more money, because
people don't understand shipping.
Right. Well, most people aren't going to the post office and shipping a 5-pound item. Mm-mm. So how could they possibly understand? So the last thing is, and I kind of touched on it for cons, is it can be challenging when you accept offers. Mm-hmm. So if you have a $20 item and somebody offers you $15, you need to look and see, well, do I have the margin to take $5 off this $20 item?
Right, because we know that at least 5 of it's going to be shipping, and then we've got the eBay fees on top of that, and then the cost of the item. So now what's left for any profit whatsoever? So that is something that you have to kind of be able to do the calculation. Is where's your margin when it comes to those kind of offers.
Right. So we have found that it works well in our store. Like I said, we're month over month, we're up 21.7%. So it's actively working for us. I know it's a controversial topic, and I'm not trying to get people upset, but take a look at it. take a look at it with an open mind, see if it would work in your business. If you're under 1 pound in shipping, I think for most sellers, it would work. And it's a very compelling thing that you can offer your customer, and it doesn't cost you a penny more.
It really doesn't, not if you do it right.
So thank you for stopping in. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you to all of the new people that we have watching the show. And I hope you'll take a look and check us out tomorrow.
All right. Thanks so much, guys. Good luck.